pickups.
Pickups.
Say it again.
Oh.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Here with a couple pickups, purchases that I made probably over the last 10 to 14 days. It's a little slow right now, so not much going on. We'll go ahead and get into it and go over a couple things. So move my game room around a little bit so I have a closer backdrop and you can see all the NES and it looks like Super Nintendo and PlayStation there. But anyhow, let's dive into these. These were at a Goodwill. Xbox, The Sims, and it was complete. Disc was in great shape. Taiko, Drum Master, disc in case only, no manual, and no drum set or anything like that. So, and then Dance Dance Revolution Extreme, disc and case only. This was from the same Goodwill just a couple days later. Original Xbox March Madness 2005. It's complete. Still even actually had an Xbox Live unscratched code there. 2-month free trial. Probably doesn't work. I don't know if there's an expiration date. Yeah. Till March 31st of 05. GameCube, Madden 2, 2002, and then Dancing with the Stars for the DS. Again, a lot of fillers, things that I don't have. So those were 2 different days at the same Goodwill. Next I'll grab this. This was from, no, what was this from? Craigslist, I think. It wasn't Facebook. I think this was a Craigslist find. The guy was willing to ship. He was asking $70 at first, and they don't go on eBay for that high, so I shot an offer of $35, and he declined. I mean, I really think they only go on eBay for like $40, $45. So I told him no, you know, appreciate it and everything with the communication and everything, and he said he wouldn't take no lower than 55, and I just said, nah, it's okay. Well, I think it was like 5 days later, maybe even longer, he texted me back and offered 45, and I still said no. I said 35 is about where I want to be, and he was just like, okay, well, you know, I'll let you know later or whatever. And I said, well, can you send me more pics? I just want to see the condition. Then he gave me this long story on how he dropped it, and one of the buttons broke, or he couldn't find it, but, you know, here's this and that, and then he did find the button, and it was broke into pieces, and just didn't sound all that honest. And then he said, well, since that happened, I'll take 25 shipped. So I took it. I was 25 shipped. He originally asked 70 or 75, so I was like, yeah, I'll take it. But anyhow, it's complete in box. Nintendo double player. The box is in okay shape. Some little flap damage there. Some crushed, yeah, warrior corners. I wouldn't even say crushed. But anyhow, I don't know if this thing came with a manual, but it did not have one. But the styrofoam was there. Everything was in pretty good shape. What he was talking about was this button fell out. He said he dropped it and the button fell out. It's a turbo button. It's a click button, so it turns on, turns off. So I still think, I mean, everything looks in great shape. If you guys know where I can get buttons, maybe a replacement button would be awesome. I don't know if I'll ever use these, so that's why, I still took it. I haven't tested this yet. I mean, it looks to be in good enough shape where I figure it will play. But it had both controllers and then the, infrared thing that you plug into the NES. So Thought that was a pretty good deal. I mean, since he did break it, but and I don't know if the manual, I'm sure there was a manual of some sort with it. If anybody knows or has one that is willing to trade for something, I've got a lot of trade bait, obviously. So that was that. And one last thing, I didn't purchase this. I actually went home and was cleaning out some of my boxes in the garage or in the basement, area, and cleaning up a lot of old stuff that I had left at the house. And the very first box I opened gave my hopes, they shot through the roof, but it ended up being the only thing I found. Anyhow, it is an original Nintendo game case in rough shape. I definitely need to clean it up to the best that I can, but then it had some games. So we'll go through those just because it was a nice cool little find, since I didn't even remember having them there. Haven't tested these out yet either, but I thought it was pretty nifty. Tailspin really damaged label, but these are originally, from my original collection. Good old Mario Duck Hunt. And this is actually the first time I've taken them out. Very underrated. Very underrated. Super Sprint. I remember me and my brother would just battle for hours trying to get to the furthest we could get. I don't know if that game actually runs out of levels or they just continue to get harder. Never really looked it up, but definitely one of my favorites growing up. RC Pro-Am, awesome game. Of course, I had my Zelda, which is fading and whatever you want to call it. It's not really chipping, but I call it fading. Gold cart. TMNT2 arcade, pretty rough top label there. Karate Kid, not in bad shape. TMNT first one. Super Mario 2. The Iron Man's Super Off-Road. Really like that one growing up too. It's still fun, but not like I remembered it. And then lastly, Cobra Triangle. So again, that was a pretty cool find. The only ones that I found. I know I used to have more, so I don't know if maybe someone threw them out or they're somewhere else. Because I did go through all my boxes, what I thought, but anyhow, the inside of the case looks like it's in decent shape. Some dust floating down there. But a little wipe down, little clean up this. You can't really see it, but it is definitely discolored. And you can see it a little bit. But anyhow, that's my finds and pickups for this episode. If you've seen anything you may want to trade, like I said, I'm looking for a button. Manual for that double player, manuals for any of those games that didn't have them that I picked up from the Goodwill. I did a puzzle with my girls the other night. We got it glued for the new Mario, so we're going to get it framed and hung. So, but definitely a fun, cool project for us and the kids. Other than that, that's about all I've got. Anything that you see there, again, if you want to talk, comment, like, subscribe, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks, appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I would love to read some comments on what you thought. Until next time, happy collecting.